My boyfriend prioritized his ex at my birthday dinner until his best friend said, "You're my priority tonight." He regretted everything. So last month was my 26th birthday. My boyfriend Jake had been planning this dinner for weeks at this nice Italian restaurant downtown. He invited his best friend Marcus and a few of our other friends. Everything was going great until we sat down at the table. That's when Jake's phone started blowing up. He kept checking it every 2 minutes, and I could see it was his ex-girlfriend Lisa texting him. They broke up like 8 months ago, but apparently stayed friends. I tried not to be annoyed, but it was my birthday dinner. Finally, I asked him what was going on. He said, "Lisa's having a really hard time right now. Her cat died this morning." I felt bad about the cat, but I also thought, can't this wait an hour? He kept texting her back while everyone else was trying to talk to me and wish me happy birthday. Marcus noticed and gave Jake this look, but didn't say anything yet. Then Jake's phone actually rang. He answered it right there at the table. He goes, "Hey, are you okay?" and gets up to take the call outside. He was gone for like 15 minutes. When he came back, the waiter had already brought out the appetizers. Jake sat down and immediately started telling everyone about Lisa's cat and how upset she was. Not a single word about my birthday. Marcus put down his fork and said, "Man, that's tough about the cat, but maybe focus on your girlfriend right now." Jake waved him off, saying Lisa really needed him tonight. I just sat there pushing food around my plate, feeling invisible. Then Jake's phone rang again. He actually stood up to leave the table a second time. That's when Marcus stood up too and said, "Jake, sit down. You're being ridiculous." Jake looked surprised and said, "Lisa's really going through it." Marcus looked right at him and said, "Your girlfriend is going through her birthday dinner alone while you run after your ex. Who's your priority tonight?" Jake started to argue, but Marcus cut him off. He turned to me and said, "Come on, you deserve better than this." He grabbed his jacket and held out his hand to me. I was so shocked, I just grabbed my purse and went with him. We walked out of that restaurant, leaving Jake standing there with his mouth open. The rest of our friends stayed behind looking super uncomfortable. Marcus took me to this late-night bowling alley that serves pizza and has arcade games. He said, "I know it's not fancy, but at least nobody here is on their phone ignoring you." We actually had a great time. He let me vent about Jake and didn't try to defend him or make excuses, just listened. Around midnight, he drove me home and apologized for Jake being an idiot. I thanked him for standing up for me. The next day, Jake called me crying, saying he messed up and wanted to make it right. I told him I needed space to think. Then 2 days later, Marcus called me. He said we needed to talk in person. We met up at a coffee shop, and he looked nervous. He told me something that made my stomach drop. He said Jake had been lying to me about Lisa. They weren't just friends. Jake had been seeing her behind my back for the last 2 months. Marcus found out a week before my birthday, but didn't know how to tell me. When he saw Jake disrespecting me at dinner, he couldn't keep quiet anymore. I felt sick. I asked how he knew for sure. Marcus showed me screenshots that Lisa had posted on her private social media. Pictures of her and Jake together at places he told me he was working late. One photo was from 3 days before my birthday. Marcus said, "I'm sorry I didn't tell you sooner. I just didn't want to hurt you. But watching him treat you like that at dinner made me realize you deserve to know the truth." I confronted Jake that same day. At first, he denied everything, but I showed him the screenshots Marcus gave me. He broke down and admitted it, said he still had feelings for Lisa and didn't know how to end things with me. I packed up all his stuff that was at my apartment and told him to leave. He kept apologizing and begging for another chance. I said, "You made your choice at my birthday dinner. Now live with it." A few weeks later, I found out through mutual friends that Lisa dumped Jake when she found out he'd been dating both of us. She wanted nothing to do with him after that. Jake tried reaching out to me again, saying he made a huge mistake. I blocked his number. Marcus checked on me a lot after everything went down, made sure I was doing okay. We're still good friends, and I'm glad I walked out of that restaurant when I did.